HyzerMedia's tournament coverage of the back nine of the Shiprock Silver Bells. If you haven't already watched the front nine, make sure you head over to the page and watch that first. Thank you so much to all of our Patreon supporters. My name's Emily Dale, and I am joined in the booth here by Nathan Johnson.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Excited to see how this one-round tournament concludes, and we're going to kick off this back nine on hole number 10. It's a par 3, 257. For most right-handed players, you're going to see them throw a stock forehand shot. You might see some backhand turnovers. There's basically one tree in the middle of the fairway that you got to miss and then fade to the right, and then you should have a birdie putt.
It looks like you pulled it a little bit early there, but this hill will do exactly what you see happening here.
I was wondering,
no matter where you land, it
Yeah.
always rolls down.
Yeah, I was wondering why my disc wasn't parked when I got up there, and that makes sense. Tough break.
I think he liked it.
Yeah, nice shot there from Jesse. He's gonna have a short birdie putt. That's what's supposed to happen when you throw a good shot on this hole. You know, it ends up there.
It's terrible.
Lucas gets a little lucky for sure. That was early, but snuck through.
And Wyatt's probably chomping at the bit here for finally a great lefty backhand, although he hits that one tree you did reference.
Yeah, tough break there. Again, most people are probably aiming at that tree because it doesn't really matter which side you miss it on as long as you don't hit it. And just unfortunately, he squared it. Tough break.
Oh, you liked it.
It was framed up perfectly. I even called Dave over. I was like, Dave, I'm making this putt, and just a little low, unfortunately. Nice putt there from Lucas, though. After the good break, he's able to capitalize with the birdie.
Oh, a great drive there, but Jesse comes up a little bit short.
Yeah, tough break. I mean, yeah, after those drives, would have liked to see some better scores, but yeah, tough break from Wyatt there. I think, no spoilers, but on hole 9, yeah, you saw that pretty bad spit out that Wyatt had. And I think that got in his head a little bit on that putt.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hole number 11 is probably one of the most picturesque holes here. A very short hole at 204 feet, but we have a crazy drop off to the bottom of this cliff here, lovingly referred to as Llama's Cliff, with some OB then in the water there beyond the basket.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways to play this hole, and you're going to see multiple of them. Lucas, he goes for the forehand roller, which is a common local play. Unfortunately, his just pushed a little too straight. I like to go for this local kind of flex forehand line, but unfortunately got caught up, so I'm kind of at the top of the hill.
I like this backhand play if you can kind of skip wide and roll up around to the basket, although he gets some crazy tree reactions and a beautiful result. Goodness.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the purest way to play the hole is just the righty backhand hyzer. But yeah, that worked out great.
And
Really
this
tough
shot right
lefty
here,
hole.
I swear, is the hardest shot ever because no matter what you do, your disc just wants to roll away the direction that you don't want it to go.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Wyatt, honestly, pretty fortunate there that it just kind of sat at 20 feet. That's not too bad at all. Lucas, same there, hitting that root or tree or whatever that is really, you'll take it. You'll take it any day because, yeah,
Yes.
I've seen many a disc roll straight into the river or the creek from this upshot.
And you have a very favorable. I think this was probably the luckiest I've ever seen this hole played with all of the reactions here. But a
And then
great
Wyatt's
putt
putt
there.
sneaks in. Yeah, that was this hole could have been a lot worse for all of us on the card. But yeah, some fortunate breaks.
Yeah, this is one where you're not too upset if you walk away with a par, just with everything that can happen.
Yeah, definitely a bonus birdie. Definitely a lot of chance coming into play. But Jesse, he's parked, so he'll take his nice bonus bird.
Absolutely.
And the lead on the card.
he'll take the lead headed into hole 12, which is a elevated tee to the basket position, so it's 352 feet. We do have that OB Creek there on the right-hand side that comes into play, with the Shiprock framed up right behind us.
Yeah, it's hard to film this hole from the tee, so just because of that built up structure. But so Jesse, he pulled his drive, or early released his drive a little bit, and caught one of those trees on the left. So but he's in the fairway. He'll have the opportunity to get up and down for par. Lucas
and what a drive!
Yeah, absolutely piered it, and that's virtually parked for his birdie.
It looks like you got caught up by some of those lower hanging branches, which is something that you see commonly with this shot.
Yeah, it's a very low ceiling on this hole, and it's a little better in the winter, but yeah, it's sometimes you just, if you're a little off on the right, those branches that kind of overhang can just grab your disc and ruin your day. As Jesse catches one of those last few trees that guard the green, and he's going to have a long par putt.
Ooh, giving the basket a run there.
I thought I made that, not going to lie. It felt really good out of the hand.
It looked great. And that row of trees there just loves to eat discs up and give you longer putts than you want.
Yeah, it's quite frustrating, especially Wyatt there. He threw pretty good upshot, just barely caught like a couple twigs, and now he's going to have to take a bogey. Really nice putt there from Jesse, though. Save the par.
He's happy about it.
Yeah. Lucas for the lone birdie.
Oh. Was he talking about his grip with the cold?
Yeah, he was saying that the putter was just kind of sticking to his hands a little today. It's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough playing. I hate disc golf in the cold. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like, it's tough. Your body doesn't work the same as it does during the summer. So
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna make
You
excuses.
start to freeze up. They release
Exactly.
differently. It's fun, but we love disc golf, so
Right, exactly.
that's why we're
So
out
that's
here.
Bingo.
Hole 13. So I think this one's another choose your own adventure hole. So 298 feet, straightforward. You can get there pretty much however you want. Backhand, forehand. If you're feeling crazy, go overhand.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody's done it right. Yeah, most players just gonna throw their whatever your preferred shot on a wide open 300-foot hole is. Jesse, he likes to just go straight at it with zone. It works. He's got a putt.
Lucas is taking more of that Hyzer approach, which is gonna push him a little bit there to the left-hand side. But once again, I mean, once you're down there, you're most likely gonna have a look.
Yeah. He's probably right around circle's edge, maybe a little outside. There was a little bit of, I think, a headwind on this hole, so it's kind of like, keeping the disc in the air longer than you would expect. Just kind of gliding things over to the side. As you can see, mine kind of did the same thing. So we'll see if Wyatt can adjust.
This is looking good if it can fade back.
Yeah, good line. Just kind of a little straight. Like I said, the headwind kind of just held it there, and but he's still got a birdie putt too.
You can see the frustration. As we know, Lucas is a great putter and getting some unlucky breaks here, as is Wyatt.
Yeah, tough break there. Yeah, there were the emotions on this card were interesting, I'll say. It's just, again, like I said on the front nine, it's such a mental battle when you have, again, this is a 1-round tournament. That's why that's going to be a tough 3-putt to swallow. But when you have a 1-round tournament at a pretty straightforward, easy course like this, like you want to birdie almost every hole, and when they're not falling, and you take a couple pars in a row or maybe leak a bogey here and there, it gets frustrating. But we were all having a good time either way.
As you can see, the cousins running around.
Yeah.
So hole 14 is actually in a different position. So we do have a temp basket on hole 14. It is a par three still, coming in around 227 feet due to some of the flooding from recent rainstorms.
Yeah, this course is especially this hole and then hole 16, this lower area down near the creek definitely is known to flood every year. Usually in the winter, it's cold enough that it just turns to ice, which kind of makes things fun. But unfortunately, it was still liquid for this tournament. So yeah, we had to move the basket. It's just kind of a little dinky hyzer. Should be a must get birdie for most of our open field. Yeah,
Not
we
a
were
lot of ground play on
discussing.
these holes, though, for sure.
Yes,
That was something I noticed was that the grass is quite grabby.
yeah, for sure. We were discussing how far it actually was. I think 227 is probably pretty accurate, but it was a tricky distance when you don't know exactly how far away the basket is on a hole that no one has ever played before.
And it's hard to tell from the camera angle, but that tree that's right off to the left-hand side can definitely get into your head with the branches that were sticking out, especially for the lefty shot, as you
Yeah,
caught a nice putt there.
starting to finally get some birdies going. But yeah, it's kind of a little too late. As we already Lucas just doesn't just the putter's just not quite there today, unfortunately for him. Just a little off.
Nice birdie there. Wyatt's been back and forth here these past couple holes.
Yeah, he started out so strong. I was really impressed, and then, like I said, I think that spit out on nine was just got in his head, and it's been tough sledding since.
Absolutely. So hole 15, another par three, 323 feet. This is a fun one. Their basket's placed on the hill here, looking out kind of across the valley at it, but the wind can definitely come into play on this hole.
Yeah, I thought this was a tail cross, like left to right crosswind, which should drop discs in theory, but Jesse's got a weird lift there, and he ended up deep. Um, so then I step up. I'm like, all right, maybe there's some sort of like right to left thing going on here, and then my disc just like drops out of the sky. So I don't know what the wind is doing on this hole. It's just like chaotic.
I think that's a great term for it. Chaotic.
Yeah, very very swirly and unpredictable for sure. Wyatt, he doesn't want to mess around with the wind. Just goes straight at the basket, and he'll have a birdie putt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Lucas, he kind of does the same thing. Like Lucas throws hard enough. This is probably like the most overstable disc anyone has ever thrown, and he just on a rope straight at the basket and pretty much parks it.
Great shot there. So much power.
Yeah, yeah. So this is a headwind putt. I do remember. Well, as you can see, the disc
Oof.
just takes off. Jesse's on the ground. Some of the reaction we need a reaction compilation from this round because like Jesse and Lucas were cracking me up all day as Wyatt. That's a great birdie. Oh man. Yeah, this is another tricky green, right? It's on a slope. You see a
Yeah,
lot of times if you hit the basket, you get a roll away, give you, another tester coming back. But
great comebacker.
yeah, I don't know what he's doing, man. They're literally kids. I'm playing with kids, right? Like he's 17 years old. Like it's just having fun. I love it.
Just a fun day disc golf
Yeah, exactly. It's a
with a
one round
friend.
tournament in the winter. It's Christmas. Not taking it too seriously.
Great putt from you as Lucas will just have a shorty here for his birdie.
Yeah, that's well done from Lucas. Clean that. No, back on track.
Nope. So headed into hole 16, we did reference earlier that there was a couple temp baskets. This is the second temp position. So it's a still par four, playing a little bit shorter at 466. But our temp basket is right on the edge of this tree line that players might be looking to snag an eagle on.
Yeah, for this card, it is very much a twoable hole. 466 downhill. It is, yeah, it's definitely reachable. But for me, I have to go full power with a flippy disc to get there. And unfortunately, I just turned it over a little too much. So I'm like maybe close to pin high, but just very right.
Yeah, but you should still be able to get up and down easily for the birdie. this is looking good. We do have some OB there that is on the left-hand side, but he stays safe and gets down that gap, and he should actually have a look there.
Yeah, he
And
gets through the gap. Wyatt impressed me with his distance. Like that was a bomb. He's pin high. He's got a circle's edge putt for the 2. Really great shot. I mean, this kid doesn't impress me because I've seen him do it so many times. No, I'm kidding. It's so impressive.
still
Lucas
impressive.
just rips. Like, again, this is probably the most overstable disc in anyone else's bag, and he just hyzer flips it, and he's deep in the basket on a 466-foot hole. Like, just bonkers.
You know, when the cameraman doesn't expect to see the disc get that close.
Yeah, exactly. Jesse kind of makes the same mistake I did, overturns it a little bit, but he's still got a putt too. He's snuck through.
Yeah, he snuck through, which it looks like you were not as lucky. So
No, and I have like a million little tiny branches in front of me, and unfortunately, I just clipped one of them, so I got a tester for the 3. Couple eagle putts coming up though.
Oof, exciting to see.
Yeah, good line, just a little short from Jesse.
What a drive.
I know. Yeah, 30 long. Just can't can the putt, unfortunately, though. Last chance, Wyatt. Redeem the card, please.
Oh, I liked it. I was waiting to celebrate.
I know. Tough.
But the fact that we had 3 eagle looks is quite impressive.
Yeah, it's some great drives from the card. I'm able to salvage the, quote unquote birdie. Definitely doesn't feel like a birdie when you're playing with these kids, but I'll take it.
And I think that should give us birdies for everybody for, I think, the first time in this round.
Yeah, first star frame. Took us a while to get there, but
that's all right. Better late than never.
I agree. I don't know. I don't know what Jesse's doing.
Hey, as long as you're having fun.
This is true.
So heading into hole 17. This is another fun one with the crazy wind we have going on. So it's a par 4, 448 feet. We do have OB there in the field, as well as at the tree line there that's on the left-hand side.
Yeah, this one is it's tricky.
Yeah.
I think we had like a left to right wind. It's super uphill off the tee. You want to land your disc somewhere around the top of this hill. But yeah, that's what you don't want to do.
Oh,
unfortunately, it does
tries. Not. Oh,
yeah.
So close. And yeah, OB was defined here. Normally there is crop in the field, but due to the season, it was defined as basically where the dirt changes. And we see the other error that can come into play here of pushing over into that left-hand side, which is equally as nasty. And this card is struggling with this tee shot.
Yeah, it's a tricky wind, this left to right wind. Yeah. I mean, Lucas has eagled this hole before. He has parked it, so he knows he can get there, but unfortunately, yeah, just overturns it. This is what you want to do right here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a little close for comfort, but yeah, Jesse's disc is, inbounds the whole way, and just never a doubt, really.
Right at the top of the hill. We can see the basket for your upshot. Oh, it looks like you got caught up by those branches there, and you can see the stance that Wyatt has to take here. It's hard to tell, but that tree right in front of him is so incredibly thick. You don't want to go anywhere near that thing.
Yeah, and that's why, like, you see all of us, or at least me and Lucas pulling our tee shots, is because you really don't want to mess with the left side. But it is better than going OB into the corn, unfortunately.
I should have went up the right side. No, it's not bad. No, I should have went.
So he'll still be on that right-hand side, but he'll have a pretty open putt at the basket, a little longer, but
yeah, kind of an uphill, maybe a low ceiling putt. There's some branches that kind of get in the way there. Yeah, I had a kind of a headwind for this putt, so I was, gave it a little half bid.
Looked like you didn't want anything to do with that one.
I mean,
what a putt.
Yeah, really great putt to save the par from Wyatt. I was like, if it lifted, it lifts. If it doesn't, then it just lifts like a layup. So it is what it is. Nice birdie from Jesse.
Yeah, he showed us how to play the hole for sure.
Yeah, 7 down. Jesse's turned his round into definitely a solid day after we all kind of had a slow start, but plenty of birdies here on the silver layout at Shiprock, so he's done a good job to pick up a lot of them.
An unfortunate bogey for you, but we're heading into hole 18, 289 feet. What do you like to do here, backhand or forehand?
I have done so many different things on this hole. Today, I decided to go with the backhand kind of straight at it. You'll see some people play a hyzer on the right-hand side of that tree. You'll see some people do this forehand and kind of flex it. Jesse, this kind of just leaks out early, and he catches that tree, which that tree has claimed many a victim on this hole.
Yes. Oh, great shot there. Getting all the way up the hill.
Yeah, this whole play is long. To get pin high is a really nice shot from Wyatt, especially with this low ceiling in this gap. It's a good shot from Lucas too.
Yeah, he tickled some of those branches, but still got some great distance.
There's that up the gut play I talked about, but it just didn't give it the height. Kind of just.
I like the play though. I like the shape of that.
Thank you. Yeah, going for the kind of a late flipping backhand, but and Jesse there's a little bit of a crosswind and it just grabbed his disc and threw it into the corn.
Ugh, I hate to see that.
Yeah,
that one looked like a softer bid.
Yes, definitely a soft bid. The wind kind of just knocked it down and never really had a chance. Same thing for Lucas. In the one Wyatt had a chance at the bird, just comes up a little low. So we kind of just kind of a nice putt for Jesse there to keep it to a bogey, but yeah, our card definitely is limping into the finish line here.
Yeah, so we saw some great golf. There was some up and downs, but some tough scores here for folks that they probably aren't used to on the silver layout.
Yeah, we were definitely hoping for some more birds from our group, but either way, it was a fun day, and I'm sure we're all happy to go home and warm up.
And absolutely, and shout out to Ethan Hine, who snagged the win today with his scorching 11 down. And the top three were actually all from the chase card. So unfortunately, we didn't get to see a lot of coverage from them, but they put on a great show here as well as our feature card. Remember to like, subscribe, check it out, and we will see you in 2023.
Thanks for watching.